Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of EnjoyMusic podcast, where we dive deep into the world of language learning, personal growth, and the experiences that shape our journeys. It's a long run before excel into it. Today, I'm gonna talk about why I decided to stop watching fake polyglots and those daily study routine videos that flood our social media feeds. And it's strictly and uniquely my opinion as well as for me. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and hit the notification bell if you want more talking podcasts. I used to binge watch these videos thinking they would motivate and inspire me to be a better language learner. And don't get me wrong, they did at first, but after a while I realized they could be both good and toxic. So in this episode, I break down 5 reasons why these videos can be helpful and 5 reasons why they can be harmful, at least for me. The good side, inspiration and motivation. One of the main reasons I started watching polyglots and daily study routines was for my motivation. Seeing someone talking multiple languages fluently gave me that drive, that sense of wow, I can do it too. Watching their routines made me feel like I could achieve my language learning goals if I just followed the same steps. Number 2, learning new techniques. I pick up several new techniques and reassociate from these videos, whether it's learning about different apps, methods like the Pomodoro technique or immersion strategies. I gained valuable insight I haven't considered before. The exposure to new ways of learning is a definite plus. Number 3, sense of community. When you are learning languages, it can often feel isolating, especially if you are doing it solo. Watching these videos helped me feel like I was part of a larger community of learners. It was comforting to know what there are others out there going through the same struggles and successes. Number 4, accountability and discipline. Following someone else's structured routine gave me a sense of accountability. I started developing my own study plans, knowing that the people I watched were putting in consistent effort. It helped me form habits, and consistency is key when learning a language. Number 5, exposure to new languages. Many of these polyglot channels feature languages you might not have considered learning. I discovered many languages that piqued my interest like Portuguese, Tagalog, and many others too. It's a fun way to explore languages beyond the mainstream, ones like Spanish, French, or German. The toxic side. Number 1, unrealistic expectations. One of the biggest issues I encountered was that watching these videos creating unrealistic expectations. A lot of these fake polyglots claim to learn a language in weeks or fluently speaking 10 languages, but they rarely show the full struggle behind it. It made me feel like I was failing because my progress wasn't as fast or impressive. Number 2, superficial learning. Many of these videos emphasize quantity over quality. You see someone studying 5 different languages a day, but the depth isn't there. I found myself trying to replicate that without fully mastering even one language. It leads to shallow learning, not true fluency or understanding. Number 3, comparison trap. Watching these videos too often leads me into the comparison trap. I started comparing my journey to theirs. Why can I memorize vocabulary as fast? Why do they seem to have much more free time? This constant comparison started to take a toll on my confidence and enjoyment of the language learning process. Number 4, false productivity. It became easy to feel productive by watching others being productive. I sit down to watch these routines, feel motivated, but then I realized I hadn't actually done any meaningful study myself. It was more of a passive activity, almost like procrastination disguised as motivation. Number 5. Burnout. The constant pressure to keep up with these unrealistic daily routines can lead to burnout. I find myself feeling guilty when I couldn't maintain the same level of intensity. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. And trying to follow these perfect routines was mentally exhausting. Eventually, it made me want to quit altogether, which is the opposite of intended effect. In the end, I had to take a step back and reassess my goals. Watching fake polyglot contents and overly polished study routines wasn't helping me grow. It was making me feel inadequate, drained, and created me unreal progress. I realized that language learning is a personal journey, and I needed to find a method that worked for me, not for someone else. I still respect the effort many polyglots put into their channels, the real ones, and think there is so much value in watching them. But now I focus on creating a study routine that fits me, pace, and lifestyle, rather than trying to be better as well as to push too hard on myself. So if you find yourself feeling discouraged by these videos, remember that it's okay to take a break and reassess your own goals. Not everything you see online is the full picture, and your progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. Language learning is a journey that's unique to each of us. Thanks for tuning into Inuri's podcast. If you had similar experiences, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to drop a comment. Until next time, stay curious, stay motivated, and remember to enjoy the process. See ya!
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with